charge on my phone, so I need to charge. I'm going to be outside again. But we got to explain something to the gray screen. It still does not wish to listen. So we must explain it again to the gray screen. So, first things first, my name is Kenneth Bird. My company is ILEG Technology Screens. And our new gain we use outside for testing, which is the SFEG Sun Fusion Energy Gain. Alright, so gray screen. It does not make a difference what type of graphic card we use or what type of projector we use. You can't read contrast. You don't pick it up, you don't see it, you don't recognize it, it's not there. So we can use a 580 graphic card. We can use a 1050, 1060, 1070. Doesn't make a difference. It doesn't work on your screen. None of the projectors do. The QME projectors we have here produce 10,000 to 1 contrast. They can't read on your gray screen. No projector works on it at all. At all. It doesn't read on it. I can take you outside, which I plan to do today, and you won't read. It doesn't work on anything. Whether it be the Atari 2600, ColecoVision, any one of those games won't work on your system because they require black backgrounds and you can't read it. The 1050 won't read on your graphic card, which that was I was using the PC to play the trailers on. So that graphic card does not see the contrast on your gray screen paint, which I was using to show the trailers from. The 1060, 1070, 1080 don't see it. Your PlayStation 5 doesn't read it at all, period, on a gray screen. Xbox system doesn't read on it. PC, any caliber you can name, won't read on it. Your gray screen does not see contrast at all, period. So no matter what we use, it won't work at all. The only thing your screen does is cost the customer some more money. Because even in your own demonstrations, you can't save money yourself. It doesn't work. Now the reason why I'm making a statement because the guy was talking about how we use a 1050 graphic card. It doesn't make a difference what we use. You can't see it. I can put gaming on my PC right now and it will not pick up at all on your gray screen. Which means at the end of the day, no matter what you choose, what you buy, and what you have, will not pick up. They don't even pick up even worse outside. So they're not even used for outside. And I did projector mapping applications on a gray screen versus a black screen, and you can't see the laser guided that hits the screen, that when you draw into the screen with the infrared and pulls black, when you hit that and touch it, it doesn't pick up. But we can write in white right across our screen. Because our technology can see white levels. So what good is your product? It's not ambient light rejection. It flip-flops all over the place. It claims to work with this and claims to work with that, and it just doesn't work. You've been lying to your customers since day one. So, coming at the end of the year, when we start taking your companies to court on this whole contrast nonsense you've been telling people at the end of the day, which is not true, let's see how you fare in court. Convince a judge that you're reading a 100% black level next to a black screen, which you've been lying and saying you read dark contrast when technically you don't. So again, no matter what we use, I don't care if it's old school gaming, new school gaming, if it's old retro movies, even if it's at a 35mm at a 1.1 ratio screen, old fashioned, retro, you can't see it. Black and white movies do not work on your screen paint. You know you don't read a black and white movie at all? You know why you can't read a black and white movie? Because it's not called a gray and white movie, it's called black and white, which means you can't read the 100% black level that's required. That's how that works. And you're saying, well, the white screen started on... Yes, they did start on black and white, but technically they were not reading black and white. They were reading gray and white, because white screens can't see black. The movies were called black and white because that's what they were, black and white, but technically they were not seeing black, they were seeing shades of gray. And since they were in the dark anyway, that's the reason why. No, you are what we call obsolete. You're dinosaur product. That's what you are. You take what we say and you mix it around to what you think it should be. No, it's crystal clear. You're outdated. Now, you got all this talk, sign the contract, let's go to court. You convince the judge and everybody in there that your gray screen's reading a 1% black level. You got a better chance of finding the abominable snowman mowing your lawn with a win the lottery ticket before that ever happens. It doesn't work. Stop getting on your YouTube channels. Stop doing demonstrations in dark environments. Stop using calibrated and high-powered machines, a bunch of smoke and mirrors at the end of the day to try to convince customers that they're seeing a contrast level when quite frankly they're not. Because you have done what? You've lied. I'm not talking about one person. I'm talking about every single person who has a gray screen. You lied. You can sit there and say my screen's different. No, it's not. Because if your screen was different, you would have had something called gray versus gray, which I don't see those demonstrations at all on your screen because you stuff at the end of the day will match just about everything at Home Depot, Lowe's, and Benjamin Moore. I know. I tested your stuff on that stuff. It does match a lot of your stuff. You'd be surprised how much we've done that we've never shown on camera that we know about your stuff. A lot of you are matching everyday household paints that slide off a shelf. Anyone do any gray versus gray demonstrations? No, you don't do them. Where's the demonstration for us to find on YouTube? Can't find them. It's just like when Fernando called by phone about some dumb nonsense, something stupid he was telling me about. But anyway, he asked me, I asked him, I said, did you do the Network Gray 773? He said, yeah, I did. I did 2 videos. Cool, words of that. We found them. The videos were sitting on his account for 4 months. I don't know what the heck you guys thought you were seeing at the end of the day, but that screen matched those so many levels it wasn't even funny. We popped into a forum site. Everybody was like, who the freak opened up? They bought this. Who was agreeing on this stuff? Yeah, the customers weren't agreeing on it. If you look at it in the comments section, there were no customers down there. There were trolls that were down there. McAfee, all of them were down there, commenting on the screen. And McAfee sat there and said that, oh, I can see the yellowish tone. Oh, please, man, you couldn't even see your face or your hand in front of your face that was sitting right in front of you. You couldn't tell the difference between a black screen and a gray screen. What we have here is a gray screen. No doubt about it. You lie for anybody. So you're not trustworthy. Gray screen, face it. Your time has come. You understand? Your time has come. It's over. You have to accept it. What do you want me to do? I can give you the device your screen's going there. You want me to launch Boogeyman under the table and take your stuff out? That's what you want? Because I can literally embarrass your stuff badly. I can crush your screens in droves. I'm not talking about one screen. I'm talking about 3 or 4 companies against one of my screens. I'm just going to take every last one of you out. Do you want that kind of embarrassment in the day? You'll be posted all over YouTube, all over social media sites and stuff like that. Your stuff doesn't work. You're not doing what you claim you're doing. And the gray screen is the one that lies the most. Because it's the one that tells you that you're going to get all these bells and whistles and this is going to happen and that's going to happen. It's never going to happen. Angry and bitter. And Jamie, you are the last person that should be talking about a screen paint product. Because you yourself turned down your own product that you stood behind and you claimed at the end of the day worked. Matter of fact, it was a product you gave away for free. So why would you show people how to make a product for free that you don't stand behind? You literally sent back a paint to us that cost me $15 to make out of hobby paint. Washable hobby paint. That's what we used to make it. Last person needs to be talking about screen paint. All your customers got ripped off. You robbed them all. It doesn't work. Got on there, lied, told your customers they were getting some special screen paint at the end of the day, some magic mixer they were supposed to be getting, and it was nothing more than everyday house paint. Nothing special about it at all whatsoever. Talk about people using dark environments and using tricks and stuff to manipulate their product, cameras and stuff. Buddy, you're the king of manipulation. You sat in dark environments. Majority of all your videos are dark environments with high-powered machines, and you preach about calibration left and right. Even sat you watched in that church, your screen failed miserably in that church, and had a nerve to sit there in a dark environment and say, it looked better once we calibrated. Well, good gracious, that's horrible. Keep in mind the projectors were already calibrated, because again, whoever saw the white screens in did the calibration, trust me. And it must not have been a good job because they contacted you. That means they were looking for somebody to fix the problem. And you turn around, you stuck them right back in the same situation. They're in on their way. They're in the dark. That's what they're trying to get out of, the dark. I bet you that man was sitting up there shocked and all. That's why he's walking back and forth on the stage. You kind of look at the screen like, no. That's why if you look at the video now, you notice the screens are different. They're darker, way darker. Which means he went and got some certifieds. Wasted his time and money. Or some house paint. He made it himself. That paint is about the same color that is. Now, I see gray screens are in a ruffle. They're bitter and angry. They're all pointing fingers back and forth saying, well, I'm not the same as him. Well, that's what you should have done, gray versus gray. Got all those house paints out there. Could have been doing those demonstrations. The Network Gray 773. All those paints out there. And you didn't do any one of them. But here's the thing at the end of the day. Even if you're able to beat a gray screen, it doesn't make a difference. You can't see contrast on that screen. Look at that. That's the last video we stopped at with Batman. You can't read at all, period. You have an illiterate screen. Hooked on Phonics couldn't help that screen at the end of the day. Leapfrog can't help that screen at the end of the day. That screen is illiterate. It can't read. Explain it to me. Tell me why you can't see the contrast level. Our screen's picking up the white levels and contrast at the same time. Why can't you see it? What's wrong? We don't even have all the lights on. We're partially lit right now. Right now, we got about 6,000 in right now. This is a waste of money. So show me how the screen is supposed to work. My videos upload on the other end. Yeah, came in upset and angry talking about, oh, you don't understand what you're talking about, the 1050. My 1050 graphic card don't work on your gray screen. I'm running it right now. This is my PC I'm running right now. The 1050 is running right now on a projector that has a 10,000 to 1 contrast. You can't see your screen. So when you talk about outdated graphic cards, it don't make a difference. It still can't read on your... You can get an 8-bit graphic card. A PC with IDE cables. Old school. 270 socket. With an Intel. It won't read a contrast level off the screen. No matter what you choose, what you get, it can't read it. You're outdated. That's what you are. You have an outdated screen. The benefits of a gray screen over your white screen is nothing at all, period. You ain't getting much at all. It's like trying to put out a fire with a bucket of water riddled with holes. It's useless. It's a waste of time. Now, if you are getting that passionate, these are people, not just him, people are getting passionate about it. You're getting so passionate about this, then that tells me, Dave, what did you tell your customers that they could do with your product that you know they can't do? And if you did that, guess what? That's consumer fraud. If you took any money and you told the lie about your product saying it could do something it can't do, how many people did you rip off with that stuff? Because he ripped off a lot of people with that paint. Using those dark environments. Trying to convince people that that's the way it is. That's tradition. That's what they do. They convince you that that's tradition. That's the way it's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in the dark. At one point, you're saying you're not supposed to use 720p projectors. You got to use 4K and 1080p because your stuff doesn't work. That's why you kept telling people to use those particular projectors. 2,000 lumens. That's the minimum you have on your screen paint is 2,000. You know how poor that is in the day? That's extremely poor. 2,000 won't read. And as you've seen with the P2 projector on the Network A773, it didn't read either. Couldn't pull up the LG logo when it popped up because the LG logos are black. And then the letters done in writing. Simple star field, can't read it. So gray screen, let me explain something to you. Again, it doesn't make a difference the caliber of projector, what you use, doesn't make a difference. You can't read it. It's not going to work on your screen. It's not going to magically give you heavy contrast levels that the black technology is pulling out. Sometimes with beautiful colors like that technology, it's not going to do it. It'll allow you to absorb light, none of it at all. You got to face reality. Now, you go to court, you drag your company to a courtroom to challenge your company. They're going to go through your PayPal account, bank accounts, all that to figure out how much of this stuff did you sell on that lie. You got to pay that money back, including whatever fines and penalties they're going to slam you with for consumer fraud. So if I were you, I would get the cracking on your specification sheet, and now you're going to have to figure out what type of gray you're reading. Because you're not reading dark gray. You have to figure out what gray it is. Jamie had a bad habit of opening up windows and doors in his demonstration to try to fool people to make them believe that going against a company that engineers ambient light rejection technology, you were doing the same thing we were doing. Didn't work for that customer who opened up 2 curtains and your screen disappeared. Gone. Customer was supposed to be watching the Batman screen on the plexiglass. Disappeared. Couldn't even get the cinema bars to come up in black. Screen was so ashy you couldn't even make out this from that. Demonstration with the Frankenstein. Final test he claimed it to be. Screen washed out again. And as I look at the beautiful... No, you're colorblind, man. You are seriously colorblind. Oh. Beautiful. So, can't do that. Has to be able to read crystal clear. No. How do you explain Fernando? That paint sitting right there is a refusal. That's a product that he stood behind for many, many years, got on camera and lied to all his customers and told them that each one of those products did something special when they didn't. They all did the same thing. Keep in mind what's so special about the refusal. He was supposed to take that product, and that's what the black and white paint challenge was. To take that product, make it, and put it against all the gray screen paints he had, which he never did. In our testing, it matched everything we purchased. All of it. And the challenge demonstration, we put a personal mix against the Metallica 2.0, and it matched. Keep in mind, the Metallica 2.0 had no Metallica or silver in it whatsoever, which doesn't make it a Metallica mix, it makes it a gray paint. But you sold it on a lie, alone by itself. Even the name was a lie. So how much of that stuff went out that he sold down through time? It was just everyday house paint. And the simple fact that you can slide anything off the shelf and it matches. So basically, by sending that product back to him, by using his own tutorial demonstration that shows you how to make it by him, he sends it back. So clearly he just stated, guess what? My screen paints all match the same. I can't back up this product in any way whatsoever. And what I was giving away for free is exactly what I was selling to you, and which means he just scammed you. There you go. Right there. And the people that are bitter and upset about this, they're not the customers. The customers got ripped off. The people are bitter and upset with this are the people who backed him in that nonsense at the end of the day and supported him on that mess, which means your names are in the hat too. I'm going to show you how to help. And keep in mind, Fernando's facing a lot of jail time. He's going to sing like a canary. He's going to tell on everybody. But if he's got to suffer, you're going to suffer with him. He's that type of person. And keep in mind, he's not going to go down and get locked up and sit in the system while you go out and be free. It's not going to have to happen. He's going to turn right on you. He's going to throw you under the bus, and you're going to do time with him too also. Now, mind you, you got up there, all these videos are disappearing now. People are deleting these videos. They don't want to be behind that paint anymore. Especially when the owner himself sent it back to us. I don't know what's worse, the cancellation and receipts, the cancellations on eBay, the pulling down of listings, or sending back his own paint to us, which is actually his. It's actually his paint, and he sent it back to us. It's not my paint, Fernando. It's your paint. You took it from your tutorial. That's the video you put out to teach people how to make your product. So that means everyone that was making that product, they made something you don't approve of, because that's what you did. And keep in mind, for those of you who have great paints at the end of the day, or screens, or whatever it may be, your stuff doesn't work. You can't read the contrast level. And if you're out there telling people that you're reading a black level, that you're picking up contrast, and you're specifying you're picking up black, you're not putting gray in there, you're picking up a dark gray, a mid gray, that's not specified, you specify you're picking up black contrast, you're in trouble. Because you're picking up gray, not black. So you lie to the customers. You know, customers are going to find out, right? They're going to turn the lights on. That's what they're going to do. That's the first thing they're going to do when they get the paint. Because you know why? They're going to try to do what Mr. Bird's doing. When you see Mr. Bird's customers out there showing up their demonstrations outside, they're going to do the same thing, and it's going to fail. Let's go with the perfect black OLED. Basic contrast, OLED, not the freaking perfect black OLED 4K. So I would suggest, by the time we get this whole legal team together we're going to be using, I would suggest you better start pulling your sights down, whatever you got to do at the end of the day, because if we catch you, yeah, we're going to challenge you in court. Look at this mess. Look at it. Look at that. Look at that. Picks up nothing at all, period. That is downright a shame. Look at that. That's what customers got. They got ripped off. All gray screens do that. It's not just him by himself. It really isn't. It's all gray screens. I get sick and tired every time I come on YouTube. I see some guy sitting up there setting up a screen saying, look, there's a big difference between this and the white wall. The same thing with gray paint. It's a big difference between gray paint and the white wall. That doesn't mean anything. And you claim to have an ambient projection screen, but then when the contrast levels come on like that, screen's sitting in the dark. You try to trick your customers that they're reading a black level, and you're reading nothing at all. So it's not just him, he ain't the only liar. He's not the only liar who lied about that product. Everyone with the gray screen lies. Now, I bet you tomorrow I'll go through your specification sheet for some of you companies that have these gray screens, and you think it's going to have what shade of gray picks up in the movie? No, it's going to say deep dark contrast levels. Now, if you're a screen paint, you know what that does now? That gives me authorization to test your product against us. If you made a claim or a statement in your screen paint by saying you pick up a contrast level, we can now get you. That's the gray area, so to speak. You made a statement about something you can't do. So therefore, us being a black technology in screens, why not test you? Alright, I'm going to go take a look on eBay. I'm going to see what we got. If anyone's in there made a mention that you are basically pulling up a contrast level, let's see what you got. So then while I'm uploading my videos on my other accounts over here, getting ready to go back outside to show that contrast level versus gray paints again. Another demonstration outside showing you exactly what you are not getting from your so-called gray screen. And how the gray screen has ripped you off. Now, for the certified companies, some of them and some of the other ones, like, other gray screens we've seen, careful about your statements. If you make the statement that our technology comes up unwatchable, you're going to find yourself in court getting sued for a ton of money. So I advise you, don't do it. But it's truth about your product. Your product doesn't see contrast. It is what it is. You can get angry, you can get mad, you can get bitter all you want. It doesn't read. So if you want to get angry and bitter on YouTube, go ahead. But question, can you back it up in court? And if you don't want to talk about that, then it means you can't back it up. And if you can't back it up, why are you selling it to your customers? Look at that. Gray screen reads nothing at all. So when you made the statement, the card I have is outdated, yeah, it's outdated. It's definitely an outdated card, but you can't read it. I can have a 5,000 lumen projector and make a difference. You can't read it. I can get a 4K. You still can't read it. 1080p, can't read it. You can't even read 480p or 240p. You don't pick it up. You can't read it. Or 144. You don't pick that up either. I can get 35 millimeter film. You still can't read it. You don't pick up on anything at all. Next to that black technology. That black technology can read a very high white level. As you can see, look how bright and beautiful those colors are. You need that white level to pick that up. It also can read an Infinity 1 contrast, sorry, 2 on this one's a legendary contrast level, ultra black. It absorbs tons of light. As you can see, you can have it in maxed out, well-lit environments, but you can't even begin to even think of functioning it. You are in no way, in any way whatsoever, anywhere close to what that technology does. And just like I do this on YouTube every day, I can do this to you in any courtroom at any time of the day you choose. Now, are you willing to put that money up and walk it in the courtroom and back up what you claim that you told your customers that that product pulls a contrast level? And if you can't do this, then that means you should have never sold something to a customer at the end of the day that you couldn't back up. And this is where you're going to get hit with consumer fraud. Now, my lawyer asks you to that question in court, what are you going to say? You're under oath, don't lie. That means if you can't back it up, that means what did you sell to your customers? And that's what I've been seeing a lot of, these gray screens making lies. What they have to do is tell the truth. What shade of gray do you see? And that's what you're going to have to tell the customer what you pick up, because you're not picking up black. Like I said, 50 shades of lie, the gray screen. White screen's going to be what a white screen is. That's what it is. It's a bottom screen. It's going to be that. But you're guaranteeing people a solution to upgrade the white screen with a gray screen. And they can't do that because gray screen doesn't do what it's supposed to do because it lies. You say you work in dedicated theater rooms? No, you do not work in dedicated theater rooms. How the freak would a gray screen operate in a dedicated theater room? You can't even absorb light on that thing. Light splashes on the ceiling, it splashes on the floor. The colors come up incorrectly. Contrast overs don't read, but you need 1% contrast over to read movies. So it doesn't read there. Does it work on gaming? No, it doesn't work on gaming. No way whatsoever works on gaming. How's it going to work? Can't read a contrast level. Need that for gaming. That's not going to work. Can it read in the dark? No. My simple cell phone can basically bleed out your screen. So it doesn't read there either. So it's pretty not good for anything. Friendly frustrated at me because of what I said. It's the truth. You want to tell me I'm lying? So what do I have to do? I want to buy your product and bring it over here to show that it doesn't work, doesn't pick up? Or yanking labels off containers. I've been through that too many times. That people literally yank labels off containers. Let's see. Where's my phone at? I'm gonna look at the eBay. Let's see what we got going on here. All my videos are uploaded, so I'm good to go. I'm gonna see how many of these screen paints are mentioning contrast level. You're picking up a black level. Let's go over here. Let's pop over here and see how many of you are making this statement that you're picking up a black level, yet you're stuck in a dark environment all day long. I said when Jamie's put up a specification, he would put down, I'm not ambient light rejection. Literally had all this product, but yet you were giving off the illusion that you were ambient light rejection because you said you were challenging us at the end of the day. You could do the same thing we could do. Remember your slogan? Saving hundreds. So how in the world can you tell your customers at the end of the day that they can do the same thing we can do when I watch the customer open up 2 curtains and their screen washed out? Meanwhile, my customers are outside watching fish and turtles swim in the ocean. Can't back that stuff up, man. You couldn't back that stuff up if your life depended on it. You couldn't back that stuff up. So let's go over here and let's have a look. Well, before we go there, I'm going to check something real quick. No, switch over. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to see how many paints over here are making a statement. If you're making that statement, we come for your stuff. So you better be saying a gray level or something at the end of the day. Because we're coming, starting with eBay first. I want to see this 100% contrast level that these screens are supposed to be reading. Sometimes you're going to have to fire a couple shots over top of your head and make it seem like you mean business. That means I got to crush a couple of your screens real quick, right on camera. In order for you to see at the end of the day, you can't pick up. You live in this delusional world. That's what I mean, you're delusional. Because you literally think a gray screen is going to read a black level. You're delusional. How about you? After they lose the case, they'll be in a pink padded room, rocking back and forth like the Joker, laughing to themselves about, no. Gray sees contrast. Gray sees contrast. Gray sees, writing it all over the wall over and over. Gray sees contrast. Now you're mad. You lost your mind at the end of the day. Definitely something wrong with you. But I'll walk into a courtroom. You don't want your stuff at the end of the day? I'll take it from you. And if we find out you sold enough of this stuff on this slide at the end of the day, guess what? You can get some jail time out of that too. Because consumer fraud is a very, 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 very serious offense if you get caught up in that mess. So how much of that stuff did you sell? Right now, Jamie having his refusal on the desk. Any customer has this product, basically, they got a product he can't back up. He's an expert. Yeah, right. Expert in lying, cheating his customers. That's about the only thing you're an expert of. Let's go over to eBay and let's find ourselves some screen paints over there. Let's see if anything over there is talking about a contrast. All right, let's go over here. Let's go to eBay. Go over here for. We got to put projector screen paints. Won't read anything else. What are you hitting that for? $49 results. Well, this is not going to go well. Let's see what we got going on here. Let's see. This is supposed to be a white paint, an ultra white paint for $138. Gee, where's the 3.0? No. I'm sorry, no. You're not doing no 3.0. A 3.1 on a white screen? Seriously? Really? On a white screen? No. I'm sorry. That's just not happening. It's not happening. Paint on screens. Been here and done this one already. The darkest paint on one screen claims to have a black screen, but when you look at the specification, it says black gray. Black is not black gray. Black is black. We tested already. Didn't do well. Smarter surfaces. Beat their screen also too. Didn't do too well either. Their black screen couldn't pick up a proper white level. So let's see what we got here, right here. See what we're reading here, what we got here for our specification sheet. Let's see. Apply. Let's see here. It's an ultra high contrast screen paint. All right then. We go buy this one. 1 quart ultra high contrast screen paint. Now, the minute you say you're high contrast, it means you're leaning in the area of black technology. These are following instructions. Rich colors, no hot spotting. For light to normal ambient light. For lights to normal ambient light. What is normal at the end of the day? Because normal for us is this. 24,000 is normal for me. I'm used to being in much harsher environments. That's controlled. Don't give me anything else whatsoever. Brighter whites improve contrast for HD pictures. So when I told you that darker screens require contrast, heavy contrast, this won't do it. Let's see what we got. We read about kind of just released to the public. The solution made in finest quality paints. The highest quality screens. 10 years. Surface location. Commercial only available to commercial applications. Commercial, we're in commercial right now. Oh, I tested this paint already. This is not going to go well. I know, because I put it against my own product. When we did the whole product, we did the test results on this product right here. I already did it already. I did the test results and I put it into my own product. Of course, there's no match for what we designed. Okay then. Well, giddy up. That's one. Let's see what the contrast lays on it. So that's one there. Let's see what else is next. Let me see. That's all him right here. Now, before we go by the paint, I'm going to ask him a question. Do you read 100% contrast? Do you pick up in fully lit environments? You need to have them say yes or no in there. So we'll contact and reach out to them. We've already tested their paint already. But I'm going to get another surface and bring it over here. Paint on its screens. Goose Screen will pick up several of their screens, including their Max, which is with some dark gray paint, so we'll definitely pick that up, but it's not black, so you know. Another right here. What do we got here on this guy right here? 60 bucks. 60 bucks. Always showing the projector on, lighting the environment. See what I mean right here? That's not going to read. And then they show it the light. I never can understand why they do that. What's the point of showing the screen with the light, with the light time outside, and then showing it when it, no, that's not going to, just hopscotching it. Let's see what we got here for contrast level. What does it say about contrast? Let's see the blah blah blah. That's no problem. That's stage. Okay. Living room wall, home theater. The better, bigger is better. Blu-ray quality, 1080p, 2.0 gain. No, 2.0 gain. Best screen, HD screen paint is the newest HD paints in the market. Oh man, buddy, you have no idea what's on the other end. Looking at this, you have no idea. No, buddy, you're not the best. We would be. We would definitely be. Oh, this is not going to go well for this guy. Let's see, blah, 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 surface view. So extremely efficient HD screen, you can paint the entire wall. I'm looking for something here. That's why we're speed reading through it. Extreme levels. Let me see. It's easy to apply, inexpensive and stunning results. The white levels look bright and your blacks amazingly stand out. Yeah, that's not going to go well. Don't be fooled into buying expensive paints that require you to add SBs. No, we don't do that. Metals or something enhancing especially with today's newer HD projector. Instead, you will have no. This is not going to go well. Just I hate to put it this way, but he's going to get obliterated. I mean, literally obliterated. But we do it. Yeah, what we doing here? Yeah, it's not going to go well for this. It's a gray screen. It's not going to read. It's just not going to read. But you know, we'll entertain it. Let's see. There's no need for transparent top coats. Okay, goes on about that right there. Let me see. You don't need to mix anything into it. The other screen paints on eBay are just too overpriced. Believe me, that the more bucks you spend, the better the product is. It's just wrong. Oh, buddy boy, what have you done to yourself? We have no choice now. We just pointed our freaking warship in his direction. This is not going to go well. There's nothing to be left with this product when we get done with it. You know, the testing we do on stuff over here at the end of the day. This is a gray screen coming against that black technology over there. Oh my goodness, this is going to be no mercy. This thing's going to go outside against the second. Oh. All right then, giddy up. We'll have to go pick it up and bring it in. 2.0 game. That won't survive here. What does he have here? I know this is not saying the 3.0. Oh, it's 2.0. Let's see, the bigger feature Blu-ray video 2.0. If you are planning on painting the screen in your living room, you do not want to use a paint higher than 2.0. That's bull crap at the end of the day. Way bull crap at the end of the day. Certifiers are like 0.8, 0.9 gains on their screens. You have to have a high gain. How are you going to be absorbed? That screen's going to wash out in here. Let me see what he's saying right here. With a high screen gain, you will get a bright image if you directly in the center. None of it make a difference. You can see where you want our technology. It reads. That's old at the end of the day. That's like the surface that had the reflective surface. You had to be in line with the screen. If you left or right, it turns dark around the edges. That's old. Please typing. The screens now don't do it anymore because they got the 0H technology on now. Back down has that. Let me see. Okay, so the high gain screens can put. That has nothing to do with it. 2.0 gain, you can definitely see hot spotting. Also, with higher than 2.0, yeah, we generate outside. So yeah, no hot spotting in any way whatsoever. No, it's just it's old school. He's going with. If you are a gamer or just oh my goodness, no, he did not just put that in there. If you are a gamer or just want to show off something new in your man cave, you will love both screens. Oh my goodness, man. Perfect to watch. The game, the fight, very easy to apply. Yeah, we're going to destroy this. No doubt about it. It's going to get destroyed. I ordered from this guy, you know that, a long time ago. He gave me a container he gave me a can without a label on it. He knew what it was coming to. I hope we don't go through this time. I'm going to write him a nice little message. Don't send me a container of paint without a label. Stick your label on that. Because I will pull your receipt and show that we got it directly from him. He's on the mark list, so he's next. It'll be him too. It's like, what's that called? Death Note? Yeah. You know what end up on that book. Trust me. So where's that one? Goose Cream, we already picked up samples on that. This one we can get free samples on, not a problem. We did them already, we'll bring them over. Smarter Surface, we'll reorder their stuff all over again. I talked to them, they said something about their white screen can take in direct sunlight. Like I did the video, recorded the whole thing, the whole conversation, so you can go back and see exactly what they said. So that'll be fun to watch. What else we have? That's pretty much it. That's the only thing on here. That's it. The only thing you have on here is just paint on screens, glue screens, and those two screen paints. So once we do that, we wipe eBay. Vivatech, you're next, because Vivatech, we have to go through your stuff regardless. Because you do make that claim that your gray screens do read, so we got to go to. I can go to eBay and get your packet. Elite Screens got a couple screens, light screens, gray screens. Do those too. I'll just put a post on the website, why our technology is more superior, and put you against my gray screens. Now, if I want, I'll stick you against the 15% and it'll change the color of your screen. You don't want to learn on that thing, so we'll just spare you on that one. You'll go against my screen point by itself. There you go. Now, gray screen. This is being done. You know why? Because you refuse to listen to what I tell you. You have to make darker technology. You have to. But since you don't believe me at the end of the day, after telling you, you want to come on my channel and you want to constantly cry like little girls at the end of the day, I'm going to come after your paints. I'm not even going to use the boogeyman. I'm going to use that product right over there. And I guarantee you, right now, my words I'm about to say, I'm going to flatline your paints. You will not read outside. You will not read on any type of projector we use in the environment. You won't read with the lights out. You won't read with the lights on. You will not read at all because a gray screen does not have that capability. They cannot read the 100% contrast level. So when you talk about contrast level, what shade of gray of contrast are you actually picking up? Because you're not picking up 100% black. That would be a lie. Am I? Same thing I'm asking you is what my lawyer is going to ask you when you're sitting in that hot seat. He's going to ask you what type of shade of gray are you picking up on that product? Because you are not seeing black. So what are you picking up? So if you take a dark gray paint, you take a light gray paint, and a mid gray, they're not pulling the same gray. The darker ones are pulling a much heavier, darker gray. So which one are you reading? You don't even know. So how are you selling this product? You're not selling it by telling people you pick up a black level. That would be a lie. So how are you selling it? What is your shade? There you go. And then customers, that's what you ask them at the end of the day. When they say we read a contrast, ask them what shade of gray are you picking up? Because you're not picking up 100% black. If they tell you they're picking up 100% black, go someplace else. Because they just lied to you. Go away, you're going to get ripped off. Get home, turn your lights on, and boop, that thing's going to turn orange on you. Liar, liar, pants on fire. See you squirm, see you expire. That a word you say is true. See, that's what I'm saying. Lie, 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 lie. Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies. Bum, 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 bum. Right now, they're brand right now. We see, oh, good. Then you see contrast. Good. I'll see you in court. I'm going to challenge your company. I'll see you in court. Now, mind you, in some of those court cases, you lose one of them, that's a $250,000 fine you could be slammed with. That's a lot of money you're going to have to cough up. Tell me lies. What are you telling your customers? What are you telling your customers? What are your customers getting? What did you tell them? So, again, understand, it doesn't make a difference on what graphic card, it doesn't make a difference on what game system you have. You can't read it. You can go into a dedicated computer and turn out the lights, you still can't read. Look at that. Look at that massive difference. Look. Screen completely turned gray. Didn't pick up any of the contrast, none of the rich colors, everything's washed out on that end. Sitting with a gray screen blue. That's the gray screen gray blues right there. Got the blues. Can't get it to work. How do we get your screen to work? What do we got to do to get the black levels to work? Again, gray again. It's like that Just for Men, the hair dye. No play for Mr. Gray. Rejected. You know, that's a black background for those fish. Come on, man. How do we get this stuff to work? Beta fish, black background. Now, for all you people who make these great paints and screens in the day, how about you do us all a favor? Show us a tutorial video today. Show us a tutorial video. Fully lit environment, plenty of light. Heck, you got windows, slide that screen right up against all those windows in there. Show us something. Show us why you paid for all that money for that projector, that beefy 2 million to 1, or whatever you have today. Show me that stuff pulling off a star field in a fully lit environment. You don't end up looking like that. Show me your product actually does work. Because either you can back it up on YouTube, or when we come for the time comes for you and we challenge your company in court, you do it in the courtroom. The difference is on YouTube, you're going to be embarrassed. That's based about it. In that courtroom, it can cost you a lot of money. That means you're going to have to put out an official statement apology to your customers stating that you have committed fraud against them. This is going to be very embarrassing. We can get you to do a statement. You've been found guilty in a court of law of consumer fraud. So, tell me how you make it work. How do you make it work? How do you make the gray screen work? How? What do we got to do to get it to work? Like I said, I'm a customer. I don't want to be in the dark. I don't want to spend money for a projector. I'm happy with the one I have here. How do we get it to work? But if I'm the consumer and I bought this, tell me, how do we get this to work? Look how awful that looks. How do we fix this? They don't even know how to fix it. They don't. That's why they got those policies on their site. If it lands on your property, stuck with it. You open it up, you're stuck with it. No way to return it in any way whatsoever. No batch numbers, no guarantees, nothing. Can you imagine if you bought half of your stuff that way, the nightmares you would have waiting for you when you come home or when you're driving around your vehicle, tire transmission just shut down on your car because, you bought it like you bought your paint. When it comes back over screen, it comes back to life. Look at that color pops back up. Because she's sitting there like, oh my goodness, I lost all my color. Look at him pushing over. Come on over. Come on, push, baby, push. Get out of that gray zone. Get out of the gray zone. Come on, man, push it. You're almost there. You're almost there. You're almost there. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Welcome to the real color. No calibrating nonsense. Oh, here's another one coming over. Coming over to get that color. Don't turn around. Don't turn around. Go back over there. Go back over there. Oh, he's going back in. Oh, look, his color just disappears. Oh. Look how washed out he looks. It looks like, it looks like Back to the Future, where Biff, he was disappearing, slowly turning invisible. It looks like that. Come on, man, get away from that area, man. Come back over to the side of living. Look, he's coming back. He's coming over. He's coming over. His color's about to change. Watch this. Here he comes. Here he comes. Here he comes. Ooh, look at that color. Look at that color. 100% black background. 100% black background. And if you look at the gray screen, unbelievable. Coming back over. It's coming back. It's about to wash out. Oh, look at all the beautiful colors just disappear. Look. Just disappear. It's like somebody throwing bleach on your jeans. Lost all that beautiful color. Look at that. Look how bland it looks. Ugh, man, it's horrible. Poor fishy. Poor fishy. Oh, here comes another one. That's a white fish. I wonder how that's going to look on our screen. Think our screen will see it? You think we'll see it? You think we'll be able to pick it up? Oh, here it comes. Here it comes. See, look at the color push through. Slowly. Man, look at that. Look at that. Look. Oh. Boom! Look how amazing the colors pop. Let him go back over. Now watch him lose his color. Going mess around that gray screen. There we go. Oh, man. Look at all the pretty colors just wash away. Oh, man. It's doing so well. It's doing so well. Went back over to the gray. Look at the colors are washed. Oh, coming back over. Come on, man. Come on, you can do it. Yeah, look at the colors come back in. Oh, my goodness. Beautiful. I can't even see the time. What? What? Oh, man. It's just crazy how that screen just keeps washing out. Washing out. Outer space screensavers. Screensavers. Let's see what we got, people. Let's see what we got. It's gonna be beautiful. Outer space. Let's click on this one first. Even the commercials don't even run on a great paint. Commercials are not even running. Oh, there you go. Outer space. Last I checked, outer space was black, not gray. We all know outer space is basically black, not gray. Look at that. Now imagine you want to do your infinity ceiling with our technology versus their stuff at the end of the day. See that big bright star we can pull up at the same time with all those beautiful nebula colors? And meanwhile, on this side, the screen's washed out. It's like trying to look through sunglasses that are smeared in thick Vaseline. I'm trying to see underwater. Oh, man. Yeah. I noticed that they're saying debunking, man. You gotta be kidding me. How about you debunk this paint I got sitting under my desk right now that you sent back to us? I can send you more. I can send you a whole lot more. I can send you about 6 or 7 boxes in one hit. I bet you every last one comes back to us. Can't back this stuff up. He can't. He sold his customers giveaway free house paints that you could have literally made yourself. Oh, I can make it cheaper than $11, 15 bucks. Apple Barrel will be here soon to show you why the customers could have did it with Apple Barrel. We paid 99 cents for our container. Show you what you're going to get. That's the beautiful stars and the beautiful stars. Fish right here. Right here, right here, here. He ain't picking that up. No. Oh, let's get some beautiful fruit in there. Some fruit. Let's see what he picks up. Whoop, there you go. Screen washed out again. Gray screen, where do your flowers bloom? Do. Colors washed out again. Colors washed out again. Washed out again. Beautiful tomatoes. And the gray screen completely washed out. Let's have a little fun here. Let's go over to, let's see, Batman Bane scene, the jet. There we go. Now I saw this video being played by a customer on the roof and the screen was completely washed out. Let's see if we get the same effect. It'll be the one where they're in the jet. There we go. Now look at that. Look how ashy that looks. I pointed this out on the plane that's flying over. Look at the plane. There's a plane on our side, has a nice shine to it, a beautiful gray color to it, and then there's the one on the gray paint that's completely washed out and dull. You need black to see contrast. You need black to be able to see gray too also top. It's a very important color you have to be able to read. Now, for those people at the end of the day who feel that our products, as I said before, what we're doing at the end of the day is not true, and your gray screen can pick up a 100% contrast, ambient light rejection, and perfect color balance, let's go to court. Now, you see this right here? This is the part we saw on the video that was shown off. All this was washed out. That is supposed to be black. That's what we saw on the screen. We saw that same gray tone and washed out from here all the way down. It came up in gray. It's supposed to be in black. Or they're chalking up by saying, oh, but you can see the image looks great. No, the image looks horrible. And I'm at 300 lumens, 720p. My resolution is 1280 by 800, and I have a 10,001 contrast on my projector, and yet I can't see it on your screen. Right here. There's my Cumi 300 right there. 10,000 to 1 contrast. It doesn't pick up on that screen. A 10,000 to 1 doesn't read. So that means you're going to spend a lot more money. It means, again, still not going to work. Look at the difference between the land on our side, which has a rich color to it, and on that side, completely washed out. Yeah. Alright, normal lighting. There's no such thing as normal lighting. Got to deal with commercial lighting all the time. Commercial lighting is never normal. Alright, people, we're past time here. So, as you know, I'm so glad we had this time together. Now, keep in mind, gray screen. I know this frustrates you. I know this makes you angry. I know it ruffles those feathers at the end of the day. But you got to be truthful. You can't continue to tell your customers lies. That's what you're doing. I'm not talking about one guy. I'm talking about any gray screen. You're telling your customers lies. If you feel at the end of the day what I'm saying is not true, then you take me to court on it. That's what you do. Take me to court that your gray screen is reading a 100% black level, perfect color balance, and pulls up in a fully lit environment, which you know darn well is a lie. So if that's a lie, and you're not willing to sign that contract at the end of the day and go into a courtroom and back it up in front of a judge in the world, then that means that you've been telling your customers all this time that they were picking up something that you clearly knew that they couldn't pick up, which would be under the guidelines of consumer fraud. And that's what you're going to be challenged with in court. Did you tell your customers the truth when you sold the product? What did the customer get? What are LG desserts? I'm looking for that one right there. LG OLED desserts. It's an old joint from back in the day, but it's a good one. Find it, thing. Oh, giant Oreo cookie. You're gonna eat so much of that stuff, and then before you're going, bleh. Oh, is this whole thing like this? So where do we get to these colors right here? I want to see this. That's what I want to see. I want to see that bright green pop up in there. We're about to be outside in a few minutes. I'm hyped, ready to go outside and play again. Oh, here we go. We're about to hit it. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt. Look at that. Boom! Shakalaka. Look at our black technology. Excellent. Excellent. Look at that. I told you, when we're blessed to engineer that technology, that thing is designed to do whatever. That's why it's the ultimate black screen paint. So you're gonna watch it knock out. Roughly, we're gonna do 6 screen paints and a couple of high-grade, professional-grade paints. We'll watch you knock every single one of them out. Those you claim to be outside, you go outside with us. We'll contact Blue Screen first and call them up. We don't want to know if it goes outside or not. Look at that. Now, we are going to be working on the most affordable screen paint ever. So like I said, I want to bring my prices down to make it much more affordable for our customers. That's what we want to do. And as we're doing this, we're going to be taking our screen, our black technology outside and showing demonstrations of high white level demonstrations right outside at 300 lumens like we did the last one. I already did a lot more, but it's rain. It's about to rain and I couldn't do any more. But we're going to show a lot of those demonstrations. Next time someone wants to sit there and say, oh, this product came out so dark, you can watch it, be careful, it'll cost you a lot of money. If I can go outside in the daytime at 300 lumens and you're in a dark apartment or whatever you're at doing a demonstration, that's going to cost you a lot of money. That's over $5 million. It costs a lot. If you don't believe me, we can't sue you for that kind of money, go talk to a lawyer. How the court system works, they don't care if you don't have the money or not. You can ask for the most outrageous lawsuit ever. As long as you can back it up and you have the evidence you can stand behind, you can ask for whatever the freak you want. And if people sit there and say, well, I don't have the money, good luck getting anything from me, they're going to strip you with nothing at all, period. Them debt collectors coming, they are brutal. That's what they're going to sick on you, a debt collector. You don't want them involved. Trust me, it works in Chapter 11. So, let's get this started. Let's get these gray screens done. Because I tried my hardest to say, look, I try to let you down, and I try to say at the end of the day that your screens don't pick up on anything at all, period. They don't. I'm not trying to be rude. It is. It's the truth. It doesn't pick up. Let me explain it to you so you can understand this much better, okay? I'm going to get up on top of this camera because I want you to hear this crystal clear. When I developed gray screen paint, and I saw what the black diamond did to my technology, I realized that my screen paint wasn't sufficient enough to be able to do what a black diamond screen could do. It was a much more superior technology than mine. I was able to admit this, acknowledge this, and move in a direction to develop our technology where it had a future. You did not do so. You stood by and you fought a battle that you could not win. And everything around you upgraded except for you. Now you are too far behind to make it through. You don't have the time at all. You ran out of time, period. So, with that being said, you're going to be obsoleted pretty soon. And it's nothing to be mean. Don't get emotional. When you wear your emotions on your sleeve, you do dumb stuff. Do not get emotional. This is business. Do you understand me how business works? Technology, you roll with it or you get crushed by it. If you can't roll with the group, then you're going to fall behind. You're going to get trampled. That's what's going to happen. It's business. It's nothing personal. If I'm going to say that your screen is obsolete, then I have to back up the very words that I just said, correct? And therefore, I will take my technology and I will obsolete you. So you can understand which technology is more superior. If you make a claim that your product pulls a black level equal to our technology, it is my job to come in and show you that you are not equal to me. That is my job. Nothing personal. Stop getting emotional. Now, if you excuse me, I'm going to go outside and crush some gray. I'm sorry, I'm having fun over here. I'm so glad that when I saw that black diamond crush myself, that was the best thing ever happened. It was the saddest thing that happened in my life, but it was the best thing ever happened. I was able to accept it and understand that I need to learn from the technology I had before me that would help me move to that next stage. It was a blessing to have the Black Diamond destroy my technology. Because now it gave me an understanding of what I need to do to compete with that technology. You guys could have learned from us, but no, you decided to cut corners to make your product look better than us, to try to put us under. And what happened? You cut off your nose in spite of your face. You hung yourself in the process. And now you have cut so many corners that you basically can't back up anything at the end of the day. And you've been outed as frauds and scammers and rip-off artists and everything else in the sun that nobody won't touch you. You damaged yourself. It's kind of like pointing the gun. You see they make a gun and they point it in on themselves? That's literally what you did. And you pulled the trigger. That's what you did. You destroyed yourself. Yes, sirree, you destroyed yourself. So it's say goodbye to yesterday. I'm too far behind. Temple say, yep, they're too far behind. Temple on my mind, gonna think it. Oh man, this is gonna be brutal. This is gonna be brutal. Watch this. This is gonna be brutal. Oh, you can't even pick up the freak. Oh, okay. It's about to hurt. This is about to hurt. It's gonna be painful. There's gonna be nothing next to that technology. Look at that. AI doesn't even pick up next to y'all stuff. It can't read. Perfect example. What happened here? It's a black rose. Some white water on it. What happened? You didn't pick up any of it at all, period. Now look at that right there. Look how much of the color you lost. Now while you're watching that, I'll be packing up my stuff to get ready to do something that gray screen you can't do. Go outside and play. Yes, sirree. Yes, sirree. Yes, sirree. I got a great sample sheet in here. Oh, I do got one in here. All right, we got one in here. Let's take you outside. Let's see how you do. Oh my goodness. Great screen, really, seriously. You're embarrassing yourself. You are. Look at that. Look at let's get up on top of that real quick. Look at that. We picked up all those bright, beautiful, vivid colors, including the 100% contrast level that is needed desperately, and you picked up none of it. So that 10,000 to 1 contrast sitting on this projector is absolutely useless on a gray screen. So now you can sit there in your channel all your day and pop up on my channel and go, well, you know, you got an outdated card. Doesn't make a difference if it's outdated. It don't work on your stuff. That's coming from the 1050. It's coming on my PC. 1050's rendering those graphics. And don't work on your setup. Your paints don't work on a 1050 at all. As you can see, look, don't read on it. So no matter what card I get, I don't care if it's a 580, I don't care what it is. It can be outdated beyond outdated. It can't see on your screen at all, period. That's the part you're not getting. You're not processing that part. Now, I do expect you to cry, because you always do. All of them cry. All of them starting to cry on my channel. More people of these great paints are starting to contact me and said the other day, Mr. Burr, you don't know what you're talking about. All right, then I'll steer my ship, my destroyer, S-H-I-T, I-P, sorry about that. I'll steer it in your direction, and I'll come buy your stuff. And then you can come into this environment, and we'll skip that whole dark environment you like to be in, take you and put you in the light at 24,000, including another additional 12,000 for a halo system, which our screen can take in. Let's see what you got. And I'll show you, no matter what screen I get, at the end of the day, they're all going to do the same thing. They're going to give you that ugly, ugly image where that screen is washed out. Oh my goodness, I'm going to put the lotion on the screen. Put the lotion on the screen. Someone please put the lotion on the screen. I can't take it anymore. Put some lotion on the screen. It's ashy. It's like somebody coming out of the pool. You know what I mean? I put that lotion on there. You kind of ashy. Look at it. Oh my goodness. Oh. Gray screen, gray screen, gray screen. I'm trying my hardest to be nice. I am. But look what's happening to your screen. People, you don't know this. We're on a QME portable projector, a 720p model. It cost me roughly $40. And our technology makes that QME look absolutely amazing, where the gray screen just fails the QME on such a horrible level. There's no point in buying that projector. There's no point. If you got a gray screen, there's no point in buying the QME. There's no point in buying any projector. None of it will work at all. Look at the textures in our screen right there. Look at that. Like washed out. No play for Mr. Gray. Rejected. It is what it is. It's right there. Now, like I said, if you feel at any given time of the day that what I did here is fake, I'm using some kind of special equipment, magic powers, whatever you think it is, sign my contract. I'll see you in court. If you don't want to sign the contract, at the end of the day, that means the bottom line is you can't back up what you say about my product. I can back up what I say about your product because I will buy it and bring it here. So, with that being said, at the end of the day, if you were to buy my product at the end of the day and say, well, no, buddy, my stuff is all batch number. We can back our stuff up in any day in any court. Anywhere we got to go, we can back it up. So you get that stuff and you tamper with it and it doesn't match that batch number that's sitting on the side of that container, you got a consumer fraud charge. And for tampering with that stuff, it's $1 million. So yeah, be prepared for that batch number verification in court. You can't get around those things. It's virtually impossible. So you're screwed there. If you make a statement about the product you can't back up, you're screwed again. If you sign that contract and you walk into a courtroom and your screen doesn't back up what it's supposed to do, you're screwed again. So there's no way around it. Virtually impossible. It's like the equivalence of sticking a rat inside of a mason jar and closing the top. There is no way out of that situation. Till then, we'll crush you. As we always do. Should we bring the crushing? We bring the crushing. We will crush your screen. Crush it. Crush it into dust. Crush it. Those who oppose our technology, you will be crushed. 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 Yes, let the crushing begin. The crushing. I like saying that. Matter of fact, I told you, I got Russians in my family. I do. Half black, half Russians in my family. I'm like, hey, am I saying it right? Crushing. Crushing. Like, yeah, you got it. You got it a little bit. You rolling it pretty good. And I was like, yes, that's what I'm talking about. Actually, they over here today. I said, that's what I'm talking about. But anyway, look at that. Should we continue? Should we continue? I feel like every time we touch this button, the gray screen gets hurt. Should we do it again? Hold on. Oh, we're going to shoot a promo of this. We got to shoot. Oh, it gets worse. All right, you know what? I got to shoot a promo of this now. Now we got to shoot a promo. We got to put it all over the place. Take pictures, the whole 9 yards. Got to put it out there. Gray screen failure. Gray screen failure. Tomorrow, we got a segment we're going to do again. Up close and personal. Gray screen. Do you see contrast and color at the same time? That's what we're about to show. We're going to do this video demonstration. Let me get subscribed to this channel. Who got it? If I subscribe, I was subscribed already to him. All right, let's give him a like. We already got him subscribed. Got him locked in. I'm going to keep it on here. Right here. What we're going to do is let's finish playing the rest of this out because I got to be outside in a few minutes to have some fun. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. I can't take it. I can't take it. It's just too much. It's too hard to watch. It's too hard to watch watching the gray screen fail. Oh, man. Oh, my goodness. And you're making me sound like freaking, what's they call something justice? The guy goes, oh my goodness. Sorry, man, but your stuff is horrible, man. It's outdated. I'm trying to keep it together, I am. You want me to be professional? I can't be, I'm trying to be professional, but it's hard to be professional. Look at your screen, man. What the freak is that? Where's the rest of your color? I got a 10,000 to 1 contrast projector. I'm not getting nothing off your paint. That background is supposed to be black. Forget that. This is supposed to be black. Where's the rest of the screen? You mean to tell me if I go and buy this QME projector right now? I buy this right now. I can't pick that up? On my 10,000 to 1, I can't read it? So what am I supposed to do? Buy me another projector with a higher contrast? I'm not doing it. I got 10,000 that's not working right now. 10,000 to 1 contrast. Absolutely useless. This projector is absolutely useless on the great paint product. Ah, I can't do it. I can't do this. I can't do this. I got to build my PCs. I can't do this. I can't. Look at that. That's horrible. That's horrible. That's like, you know how Gordon Ramsay gets? Because Gordon Ramsay loves what he does. He loves his job. The man's passionate about food. He loves it. And at first I didn't think Gordon Ramsay was a jerk. I think he was a jerk who screams and yells at people, whatever. But no, he can't stand it when somebody butchers the very thing that he loves. And I love my job. I love my job so freaking much that I go on all hours of the day, freezing cold, fighting giant bugs, whatever it takes in the day, to get that footage, to bring it back to show that our product is #1. And this is what you guys show me at the end of the day. That's the best that you have? You mean to tell me you've been around for that long, and that's the best you have right there? That's a product you couldn't even back up. You sent it back to me? Are you kidding me? At the end of the day, let me explain to you gentlemen how I'm wired at the end of the day. I don't care at the end of the day if the screen beats me or not. I don't back down. I go in. Win or lose, I go in. I'm passionate about what I do at the end of the day. You guys are a bunch of cowards. I got so many cancellations on your stuff. I've got you to shut your websites down. I got you to shut your eBay pages down. I got you to return money back to my account at record numbers. Record numbers. I paid 3 times the amount of what your product is worth, and you still gave me back the money. Pathetic. You even wrote me emails telling me to buy whatever I want, and you cowards turned around and gave back every single penny, and then you cried on every single receipt. And you know what makes it even more embarrassing? You sat there and wrote the letter, buy whatever you wanted. That's what makes it so sad. Partey, I literally got you to return the money back to my account. The same $160 I used to buy your product, you put the money back in my account. And then on top of that, you had to pay PayPal and additional funding fees to transfer the money. So you paid money out of your own pocket and didn't even make a profit because you had to return it because you couldn't back the product up to begin with. And then turn around, lock all your shopping carts, and cancel out over 12 million people in the state of Pennsylvania because you were afraid of one individual, including an additional 9 states missing out of your shopping cart. Pandemonium, baby. Pandemonium. And I got these trophies under my desk right now, including the refusal, which is the ultimate trophy of all trophies, because I got the person himself who basically developed the product to give it back to us, even though it was made from his own tutorial, because he couldn't back it up. And now I'm sitting here looking at this mess. Where is the black for the back of the screen? Where is it? Can you imagine we made an apprentice version of screen paint? Oh my goodness. And those two were doing, oh my goodness, I couldn't like, what the freak do we have going on here? What's that doing here? Why do we have a high-grade projector in this demonstration? We don't need 4Ks, and we don't use 4Ks, and who brought that in here? Oh, I'll be sitting there screaming at them all day long. Why are your blinds pointed up at the ceiling? They're supposed to be pointed at the screen. I can't do this. I can't do this. Unbelievable. Absolutely disgrace. Get the freak out of my freaking theater room now. That's how I'll be talking to them. Get out of here. Get out of here now. I don't want to see your faces again. Get out of here. Unfreaking believable. Disrespect my theater room that way. All right, people. Let's do a little more in this. I'm going to try to keep it calm. We got a lot more to go on this video. No, this is not going to be bad. Oh, my goodness. This is going to be outrageous. I can't take this. No. We can't do this. This is too much. It's too much. All right. I got to be outside to play right now. All jokes aside, I got to be outside. We had some fun on that. But yeah, I had to put them into place from time to time. Look, it isn't just them at the end of the day. It isn't. Can't say it's just them. It's gray screen, period. That's what it is. So it's not just them. You know, they did fair misery. They failed absolutely miserably. They did. They did. They failed miserably in the process. They did. But keep in mind, all gray screens do that same thing. They have the same problem. They wash out. That's what happens. You're not getting an upgrade. You're getting a downgrade. That's what you're really getting. And they lie to you until you're going to get all this stuff. You're not going to get it with that. All right. With that being said, I'm going to go outside and play. Have some fun out there. And, yeah. Let me see what we got going on with the phone. We're good. On the phone, we got this on the charge. Let me see what the charge on is. We're good on here. Okay, got enough to get some footage out there and have some fun. Let me see what I want to take with me. out with Britain. I'm just going to take that with me. Oh, got tape on this. I'm going to get it. What's that back? Come on. Come on, give it every time. Okay, we got the brick unit. Got all that. That's there right here. That's all. Turn this off. Let me take this with me. I just expect better. I expect the people to stand up to their products. You know, how your customers feel when they buy this stuff from you and they watching you give us back our money? They don't feel too happy about that at all, period. And they said your product was the best of the best and can't even back that stuff up. All right, we got a surprising demonstration of glue technology pulled up outside, front projection. While summer's hitting it. Yep, we pulled. That's the 10% technology we're working on, but the glues did pick up. I got videos of it. I'll show them off. Able to pick up front projection outside. So, okay, let me see. This phone is coming with me. Phone I got to stand. Okay, people, hope you enjoyed. I got to go. Thank you so much for your time. I got to get some more footage. I haven't loaded anything on here yet because it's all on my Facebook page. I loaded everything on there. Then I got to come copy it from the Facebook page and bring it on here. So I'm going to get more of my footage because if it's raining tomorrow, I'm going to get as much as I can out of the stairs as I possibly can. So hope you enjoyed. Got to go. Thank you all and God bless.